Good afternoon internet and welcome back to the channel. So it's Sunday afternoon, it's the 12th, is it? I'm sure it is. It's the 12th of October and the time, let's just switch the ignition on, shall we, and I'll tell you the time. The time is 18 minutes past 2 o'clock in the afternoon and look at this, I don't know whether you can see this, 24 degrees now, so 21, 22 in reality, yeah? But do you know what? You can't moan at that, can you? Know? What fantastic weather we are absolutely having. And I tell you what, I must admit, I'm probably the quickest to moan about the weather in the Breton, amongst other things. I moan about a lot in the Breton, the weather, the people, God knows what else, but I've got to be honest, this, at the moment, this weather is absolutely brilliant, and I have it on good authority, I do, that, what a stupid place to put a sign. How are you supposed to see past that, eh? Look at that there, look at that sign there, eh? Still, never mind. Yeah, I have it on good authority that that we have this weather apparently now for a couple of more weeks, eh? I mean, this is absolutely brilliant. Now, of course, if you go back to what I'm doing on the chalet, this is absolutely I mean, this is what I've been longing for such a long time. But on the other side, bike rides, well, again, you know, you can't beat it, can you? So I've already been out for a bit, had a little trundle round, and I thought, do you know what, we're going to come, this is all round the Cap Saison area, this is, which we're sort of in now, yeah? And look at this here, look at that, eh? My favourite place, eh? I mean, I just absolutely, do you know, I think there's about 4 people on the whole of the beach, hey? And I mean, it's beautiful weather, yeah? Stopped there once on them benches with my mate, and we had a sandwich. We got it where I just pulled off from, which was the Intermarsh. We pulled off from there and we sat there and we had a sandwich. That was a few years ago, I gotta be honest, but yeah. So I mean, look, but anyway, back to this weather. Look at it, not a cloud in the sky, hey? Hey, I can see the moon, which is over, it's behind the trees now. The moon is there somewhere, and lots of planes in the sky, hey? But yeah, I mean, fantastic, love it. Anyway, so like I said, I've been out for about, I don't know, probably half an hour, 3/4 an hour, just trundling round, and then I thought, I know, I'll have a ride down here, I'll switch the cameras on and have a little Sunday afternoon potter, as they say. Now this morning, I've got to say this morning I switched the news on this morning, as you do, well, as I do, Sky News, catch up what's going on in the world. Even though I live in France, we only watch English telly. Oh no, you're really speaking, you should do as, you know, where you live, but nah, life just wouldn't be the same without EastEnders and Emmerdale. Anyway, look, this is where we are. Plug off, look, plug off, yeah, that's the name of this village, plug off. And as you can see, my guerrilla is quite happily it doesn't like these low revs. Look, mind you, there again, to be fair, I am in 5th gear at 200, so yeah, possibly a little bit my fault there as well. But talking of the bike, I noticed, you know, when you go onto your TFT display and you scroll through it, my service is due in 27 days, I think it is. Now, of course, the thing is, I've only done 3,669 miles, so I mean, still obviously I'll still get the service done, you know, to keep it in warranty, which I do think is a good idea with these. And hang on a sec, I'm sure the last time that I came around here that this wasn't all this one-way system, but, well, not one way, but you know what I mean, this giveaway system, but maybe it was, Oh, it's actually my right of way, all the rest have been theirs. So yeah, so I've got to get it booked in, and I'm really hoping that by then they'll have sorted something out with Royal Enfield under the warranty for this annoying shaking thing, which, you know, like I said, you know, this bike above 3,000 revs I think is absolutely great, but below 3,000 revs a lot of times it can be a real pain in the butt. And interestingly enough, a mate of mine sent me a message the other day, and he said, have you watched Economical Rides? He's just put a video on, and giving his bike a review, because he's got the same sort of bike. And I says, no, I haven't. I'll have a quick look. And he put this aftermarket exhaust on, and he said it sort of smooths out the, you know, the bit of rough riding and whatever, you know, at low revs. Now, I didn't think that he suffered with that. I remember when I first put mine on, you know, when I first had mine, he said, oh no, he said mine's fine. So obviously this must have occurred at a later stage. Anyway, so he put on the aftermarket exhaust, and so I thought I'd look at it, and I found the exhaust, just out of curiosity really. Now, I don't know whether I've got a different price, but the price for this exhaust that I found, which looks identical, was 600 odd euro, you know. And I thought to myself, well, do you know what, why should you have to spend 600 euro to get a brand new bike to run without jumping? Do you know what I mean? I mean, yeah, we all, I mean, that's why I'm going up the avenue of saying to Royal Enfield, well, I bought this bike off you, and in my opinion, at low revs you got something wrong, you know, whether it's the mapping, the throttle, or I don't really care what it is, but you know, I don't know. I mean, I don't mind aftermarket exhaust. I put one on my Himalayan, but I took it off within, I don't know, within about 3 months. It drove me up the wall. But the reason it drove me up the wall was the fact that it was too noisy. Yeah, I don't, you know, you can see where I ride, you know. I go through a lot of towns, you know, little towns and lots of little villages, and people, you know, people don't want some antisocial biker coming through rearing. Now, apparently, the exhaust that he put on though, it's got a nice little rumble to it, so, you know, and that's great. There's a difference between a rumble and an outright scream, you know. But I still feel that, you know, it's a lot, and of course, there again, it's personal choice, you know. What he does to his bike or what I do to my bike, it's down to the personal, you know, your personal choice. It's your bike. For me, I'm going to go up the route of Royal Enfield first, because I think it's, you know, they made the thing, it should be their responsibility to sort it out, you know. Anyway, but to be fair, I do think that this bike of mine suffers more than usual. I know I have gathered over, you know, a fair bit of time that I think these bikes are prone to jumping at low revs. I've had a lot of comments come back, you know, and I think people that say, oh no, mine's fine, and I'm not saying that there are some out there that aren't, but yeah, I think a lot of them suffer. Well, look at that. That's one view that, you know what I mean. That is absolutely gorgeous, yeah. Now this place here that we're coming into is the Point de Ra, or the Point de Raz, but they say Point de Ra. But I'm not going to go all the way in because you have to pay, and I'm a tight git and I'm not paying, yeah. So yeah, there you go. So what I'm going to do here, somewhere around here, I'm going to turn it round, which is here, and I'm going to go back because I'm going to go and have a look at another bit of coastline which I don't have to pay to look at. I know it's bad, innit, eh? What's that outside there, look, for afternoon tea or coffee, as the case may be in France? I can't remember, because I do tend to waffle on such a lot these days, and I can't remember if I actually got to the point of why I was watching Sky News this morning. Well, no, I was watching Sky News because I always watch Sky News, but very sad news. I don't know whether I said this, or it just proves, if I did, that I'm losing my marbles. Very sad news that Diane Keaton sadly passed away, and yeah, you know, obviously I never met the lady, but she always seemed to me to be one of the nice people around. So yeah, quite sad news, that. Such a shame. I know it comes to all of us, but I don't know. And she was 79, I believe, you know, which, let's face it, 79 in this day and age, it's no I don't think 79 is classed as, you know, old, is it really? Huh? Anyway, so now, okay, getting off the guerrilla, or guerrilla, I think it is it? Guerrilla, Spanish word for little something, is it? I don't know, something like that. Anyway, okay. So another thing that I picked up on, I don't watch YouTube very often these days, because obviously I'm always busy, I'm always working on the chalet, and sort of by the time I get home and then I do my own little video and get that done, I literally run out of time, you know. But yeah, I was watching Ian Hughes. Afternoon, Ian, if you're listening. I doubt you are, but just in case you are. And it was one of his older videos. Well, when I say older, you know, a couple of weeks ago. And he was on about turmeric for arthritis. And you know what? I've been taking turmeric, I have now, for, I don't know, ages. And I think it's brilliant. I really do. It's almost as good as this view that we're going to see now. I love this view here, yeah. That's why I'm taking it nice and slow here, look. Because you just got to look at this view. You come round these bends here, yeah. And then I think it's after this bend here, it's just nice. It's just, I just love it. I do. Honestly, look at that. Look at that. Hey. I mean, is that nice, or is that nice, hey? You've got the lakey thing down there, and then you've got the ocean in front of you, hey? Lovely jubbly. Now, I have actually brought you here before, yeah? And I make no apologies for bringing you here again, I really don't, because I think this is beautiful, huh? I am such a lucky person to live in such a nice area, especially when we get this fantastic weather, eh? I mean, you know, you just cannot knock it, eh? Yeah, and look how quiet it is. I mean, yeah, okay, there's a few cars, but you know, compared to what this can be. This is a right little tourist trap here in the summer. Still quite busy today, mind you, I suppose, really, for a Sunday afternoon, you know. Plenty of walking space here, if that's what you want to do, if that's what you're into. Now you see, you can see why I really don't like loud exhaust. Do you think he's run out of... Oh no, he's filling his camper van up with water. Fair play. I was going to say to him, mate, you don't want to put petrol in there, or diesel, whatever it is. Yeah, they're going to cut there. They're going to... Right, okay. So we're going to have a little stroll up here this time, yeah. Is that a BMW there? It is indeed. That's a BMW parked up there. No buses. Now you'll see why it says no buses in a minute, or coaches, because this is a nice little coast road and you get some nice views on it, but yeah, it could be a bit dodgy to get a coach up here. I tell you what, it's so nice to feel the sun on your back. I mean, it is, it makes all the difference, eh? I mean, it really does. I know the last time that I came out on the bike, which was last Sunday, it was grey to grey everywhere, you know, wall to wall greyness up in the sky, and it was chilly, you know. By the time I got home, I mean, I wasn't cold, but you know, you get that chill and you think, oh. But this is what biking, this is what makes motorcycling so nice, so enjoyable, yeah. Look at that, eh? I mean, that is just, look at that. That is just beautiful, isn't it, eh? Do you not think, eh? Look at the view, eh? You know, this is what makes it all worthwhile, doesn't it? This is what makes getting on a motorbike and just riding around, you know, and just having a nose, yeah. I mean, it's absolutely, do you know what, I know I'm on the wrong side of the road, but I'm just going to pull over here for a minute. Look at that there, hey, look at that, isn't that nice, huh? Absolutely beautiful that is, hey? Absolutely beautiful. Now we're going away from the coast now, but you know, you can't have it all, can you? Unless, of course, unless we turn round and we come round the other way and then go up by the lake. I suppose I could do that, couldn't I, eh? Hey, we could have a double take. That could be quite nice. I'm not too sure if it might swing back round. We'll stick with it for a bit. I can't remember now. It's been a fair time since I've been this way. Anyway, it's a nice enough road, so yeah. We'll go this way anyway for a bit and look. I mean, we're following the coast road anyway. It doesn't matter, you know, to which way that you sort of look at it. I'm just trying to think. Wonder what. Oh, I know where we are. I'm not too sure. This guy knows where it is. We're going to go back down here, yeah, and we're going to have a view from this way there. Hopefully this car won't come. Nah, that's better. He's gone another way. I know that sounds like really, like, you know, horrible. Don't come down here, as though I own the road. But you know, I hate it when you're trying to take in a view, you know, and you got someone right up your jacksie. Like, ugh. Still never mind. It's too nice a day to get upset. So, if anybody's been following me on the chalet, I was there yesterday, and let's have another, hang on, let's have another look at this. I mean, you just got to take this in it, you know. I mean, look at that. That sea looks so inviting, doesn't it? It really does. Yeah, I was there yesterday, and I didn't film yesterday because I was doing all bits and pieces, so I'm not going to tell you what I've done because it will spoil the suspense. But yeah, look at that down there, a little bay right down there, yeah. See? Isn't that gorgeous? And but yeah, yesterday was it was quite an eventful day. I got quite a bit done. So next week he's going to be doing the wood preserve, you know, and once that's done I will be such a happy man. I really will, because, you know, basically then I can ease off, I can take it, you know, I'm under no pressure with the rain coming and the bad weather. I don't care. Well, I do care, you know, because obviously you won't get days like today if it's raining, and that in itself is like really bad. But yeah, so this weather, like I said, is supposed to be with us for a couple of weeks, and so what I'm hoping is, I'm hoping to get up to see Pete. Pete lives in Normandy. He lives not far from St Michael's Mount, or what is it, the Mount Montmichel, I think. I probably said it totally wrong and made myself look an arse anyway, but I don't care. Look at that for the beach, eh? Is that a beach or is that a beach? That is nice, eh? Yeah, anyway, so yeah, but we're going to meet up. Pete's going to ride down and I'm going to ride up, and we're going to meet roughly the same distance away from each other, you know. And I'm really looking forward to that, because Pete's treated himself to a different bike. He's got a Hunter now. I've told you this before on the other one, but he's always out on it, and why not? Because with this weather as well, really nice, eh? So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, it's about a 2.25 hour ride where I'm going to meet, so yeah, 2.25 hours. If it's this sort of weather, that will be absolutely beautiful, you know. I'm so much looking forward to that. And plus the fact I haven't seen Pete now for well, it's going to be, what is it, 2 years I think it is. I'm sure Pete will tell me. Well, we didn't meet up last year, we met up the year before, so yeah, 2 years now, eh? So yeah, that'd be really nice. Like I say, I mean, I don't know, there's always the worrying factor in it when the weather is as nice as this late in the year. Although having said that, I've lived in this area now for, this is my 21st year now that we've lived there, and October is normally a really nice month, you know. I enjoy October months, they are nice, you know. The weather always seems really good, you know. So yeah, I suppose it's not really nothing unusual. It's quite funny really, because you get a lovely daytime temperature, but first thing of a morning that can be iffy, to say the least, you know. It can be a bit chilly and a bit foggy, and then of an evening time, come about sort of 7 o'clock, the temperature just seems to go bang and it's gone. And but the daytime seems like really nice, you know. So yeah, just have a look at my battery. Yeah, we're all green, we're all good. Plenty of battery. That means that I can talk for you longer. Now why is this man flashing his lights? Well, he's got his hazards on. The only hazard in the road was him, so, you know, he was turning. Why would you put your hazards on to turn? But still, never mind, eh? I'll tell you what I did to this bike in the week. On my other bikes, I've got bar raisers fitted. Well, in fact, I've fitted them on all my bikes. I think it just takes a little bit of pressure off the shoulders, you know. And so I got a spare set of bar raisers, and I went to look at them. But of course, these ones, the way these connect to your yoke is it's one nut that comes through here. Look, to these two, yeah, and it bolts up from underneath. And so obviously the ones that I've got don't fit, but I was looking at the cables and everything, and I thought, I don't know, they look a bit tight. You probably would get a set, to be fair, but I was thinking, because these bars are quite comfortable anyway, you know, they sort of sweep up. So what I did was I loosened off these two brackets here, and I just curled the bars slightly, only a bit, just slightly towards me, yeah. And I tell you what a difference it's made. I mean, it really has. I mean, we're probably only talking, I don't know, 10 millimeters, 15 millimeters at the very most, but it's just made that little bit easier to. And I'm not short-armed, you know. I might be short-legged, but I'm not short-armed. And I don't know, it's just nice. So yeah, because I looked on, and this is just to get an idea of the price, I looked on Hitchcock's, and I think they were €48 for the set of bar raisers, which, you know, it's not cheap really, is it? And of course, by the time you've paid the postage over to Europe, you're looking, those bar raisers, postage, VAT and import duty, he's gonna knocking them up to, like, I don't know, 70-80 euro. It's a joke. It's not a Hitchcock's fault, I say this every time, but you know, it becomes expensive. So by just turning those bars towards me, just that little bit has made such a difference to the riding. So yeah, I'm glad I did that. It all pays to be comfort, eh? Now, you know what, this time of the year as well, I absolutely love this. Look at this, look how quiet the roads are, eh? It's one lovely thing about France, the roads are, you know, I mean, obviously if you're, you know, different areas of France, I mean, I'm lucky enough to live where I live, so, you know, I come out, as you can see, as on a lot of my, that's very blue, eh? That is very blue, and fair play to the man. Yeah, I mean, I come out and I can ramble away here, and 99% of the time, you know, with a quick glance in the mirrors. Having said that, now there's a car come flying up behind me, but yeah, normally I don't really have to give it too much thought, you know. It's peace and tranquility, and with a bit of luck, this guy will sod off in a minute. I was watching, this is a couple of weeks ago, I was watching another YouTube channel. I've never watched this guy before. In fact, I can't even remember what it was called now. And I think that was down in Wales, him and his mate. And he said, and I totally agree with his statement, you know, it's not all about getting on your bike and riding like an idiot. It's not about, well, for me, speed doesn't come into it. I enjoy riding my motorcycle, yeah. And so he said there's nothing worse when you get some knob in a car who thinks he's got the right to come right up behind you and push you along. Now, okay, and talking of which, I mean, yeah, I sort of get it. He probably got somewhere to go. I haven't. I'm not going to rush along, you know, just to please him. What? And he said, I refuse to be intimidated. I refuse to be pushed along. And I think he's right. But of course, the only thing that we have to be careful of, we still are on 2 wheels and they're on 4, and they've got a lot more clout than we have. And you do. I remember years and years ago, I was on my BMW and I lived in France, but I've been over to see the family, and I was coming back down the M5. Now, I wasn't hanging around. I was going over the limit on the M5, yeah. And all of a sudden, now don't forget there's 3 more lanes. I mean, it was quite early in the morning, and the M5, I was between sort of, well, I gone past Bristol, going down towards Plymouth to catch the ferry, and it wasn't particularly busy, so I was in the first lane, yeah, and I had this car. Always remember, I can't remember the make of the car now, but there was this bloke in his car. So he got another 2 lanes, let's not forget that, yeah. And he came, how he missed my pannier on the right hand side of me, I just do not know, yeah. He came that close to me, it was unbelievable. And you know, you just think to yourself, why would you do that, you know? I was fuming, but I remember I started to chase him, and then I thought to myself, hold on a minute, you know, I'm acting as stupid as what he is, because even if I catch him, which wouldn't have been, I mean, I had caught him, you know, what are you going to do? You know, he's in a car, for crying out loud, you know. Am I going to do that? What am I going to do? Stand up on the pegs and bang his roof or something, and then, you know, end up dead because I'm acting like an idiot. So yeah, you know, but yeah, when I was watching this bloke, I could really feel for him, because, you know, this car in Wales was so close to him, so intimidating, it was unbelievable. Just having another little check. There's a lot of these wind turbines. They're putting some new ones in by us now. In fact, the installation, they started about 3 weeks ago, I think it was now. But I quite like them myself. I know a lot of people they don't like them, and we had people come round, you know, and do you want to sign the petition and everything else. Why have they've shut the road down, which is a shame, because I didn't really want to go this way. But oh, hang on, is that for that could have been just for lorries, but still, never mind. There was me, I was paying so much attention to talking. Anyway, who cares, eh? It doesn't really matter, does it? I'm out for the ride. Look at this house here. See how it's painted? Look, the rock's on, see? Always gets me when I see that. Now, I do believe that normally, because the second service on this bike is 10,000 or 1 year, so yeah, well, I haven't done 10,000. I mean, possibly by the time it goes in I might have done 4, so I'm 6,000 short. So it's going to be done because of the 12 months. So of course the thing is, it's not going to get the valve clearances checked, because they don't have to be checked till 10,000. That's the first check, you know. In actual fact, I don't know if the third service I'll have even hit it then. You never know. I might have done, eh? I suppose what it is with me, you know, I've been involved so much with the chalet this year, that I haven't really done anything else, you know. But of course, at the same time, I've been, you know, I've tried to ride this bike more than the other two. But of course, it's, you know, they all need to be ridden, really, you know, bits and pieces in turn. Excuse me, but I have tried to ride this one more than the others, basically because, you know, I want to get this silly niggling thing sorted out, you know. I really do, because it's sort of, it is annoying. I mean, like now, look, you know, 6 gear runs fine, you know. But having said that, occasionally, even, you know, I noticed, I don't know if it was last weekend when I was out, I'm not too sure, I think it was, I went up the motorway, and I was doing 100 kilometres an hour, 110, and I even noticed once or twice then, it sort of missed, you know, did a boof boof, and, you know, you think to yourself then, well, that ain't right, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter how you wrap it up, it ain't right. You can sit here and say, oh, they're fantastic bikes and all that, but if they're not doing exactly what they are doing right, then they're not entirely that good, are they? You know, until I get this problem sorted. But still, I just gotta now, this is a place called Escabien. And what I think what we might do for just for a minute, seeing as see, I got to try and get it. I got to try and get as much in as I can, because, you know, I haven't been out for such a long time, eh? I don't often get let out these days, see. The wife keeps me tied up in prisoner, eh? She does. She makes me do all this work, eh? All this work. And I don't get any. Oh, they've shut another road off. Oh, for God's sake, what is this? What's going on? This is ridiculous. Hang on then, let's go all the way around here. I was going to drop down into Odia, but they've shut that one off. You know, we don't get that many roadworks around here, and then all of a sudden it goes absolutely crazy. You know, there's roadworks here, there, and flaming everywhere. What's that? Oh, it's okay. Well, anyway, so this is Escabien itself. I normally come up this way, not down, when I go on my little ride. So yeah, a whole new venture. This is the Marie's office here, look. I haven't got a lot, I've said this so many times before, I haven't got a lot of faith in Maries, to be honest with you. I find them to be... Hi. Yes, mate. See, they've got the right of way coming out, but not on my side of the road. The cars coming this way have to stop, but I don't. You know, and they come flying out like, you know, they can own the road like this person did there. That female driver there. And I've got nothing against female drivers before anybody says anything. Anyway, I suppose coming this way it will actually give us a nice view coming up, so I can live with that. I'm surprised that there's not more bikes out today, to be honest with you. I really am. I would have thought it would have been, you know, a really nice day. But there might be some more bikes actually when we ride through Odier, but yeah. Oh, look at this there. Hey, wow. Really made a bit of road rage there, eh? Oh, I thought he was going to shoot straight round him. And there's me saying, oh, do you know, you come out of these little French villages and you hardly see anyone. And all of a sudden now, eh, we have all the nut jobs. Oh, I don't know. It's a nice palm tree. I like palm trees. I got a thing about palm trees. I suppose it always gives it that exotic look. Is that the right word I'm looking for? Exotic. What do you think? I'm not too sure. Maybe not. Now, which way do I want to go here is the question. I'm not actually too sure myself. I think it's over there actually. I don't think it's up there anyway. So I'm thinking it's this way. It's very blue as well, isn't it, eh? Right, I think it's down here. Oh no, it's not down here at all. I wanted to go the other way, did I not? In fact I did, yes. Stupid person. Hang on a sec. I need to turn it around. I certainly need to turn it round there. Right. Because the sea, and that's Odiern across there, so we wanted to go this way. And drop us down there, I think. I'm sure we do. We'll find out in a minute anyway. I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's just nice to be out anyway. Another palm tree there, look at that one. Huh? Yes, this is the way, I do believe. Oops, there we go. I know where we're going now. I think. What's the temperature? Let's have a look. Where's it go? Still 23 degrees. Lovely and warm on the back. It's a nice yacht parked out there, look. I don't think you'll see it on the GoPro, but I can see it. Definitely a nice yacht. Yes, this is where I want it to be. I thought he was pedalling nice and easy there. It's an electric bike. I don't blame him, mind you. Look at this, eh? I mean, this is just spoilt, eh? All this scene one day that I'm looking at. You check it in, mate. You sit there, because do you know, no, I was going to pull up here, but I'll block the road for these people. I'll go past and look, and we'll stop here, shall we? Have a little nose. I don't want to upset anyone. I know this is a little walking path here, but do you know what? Let's just pull up here. Hey, look at that. Just look at that. I mean, it doesn't get a lot better than that, does it? It really doesn't. Do you know, I don't know whether you can see that, but there's down there, see about there, there's someone in the sea, and fair play to him. I think it's a lady. Yeah, fair play to her. Hey, who says us old uns ain't tough? Hey, we are, you know. We are. We're as tough as old boots. Right, anyway. Carry on regardless. Let's have a look. Issy viewpoint. Issy means here. If you see Issy, or oh, it's not Issy, it's icy, I think, I don't know. Anyway, it means here, sort of, I think. I could be wrong. another patch of the beach there, look. This is quite busy along here, look. And oh, these bars are still open. Mind you, I think because there's a school holiday soon. I think it's in about a week's time. The schools go on holiday again. So yeah. But hey, look at that for the coastline and the view. Hey. I always find these funny houses here. Look, I mean, personal choice, isn't it? You know. But yeah, look at that. So this now is the estuary bit coming into Odiern, as we are now. Now, I'll be surprised if Odiern's quiet. I think it's probably be quite busy today, to be honest with you. And why not? Eh? Why not indeed? Why wouldn't you want to come out on a day like today, eh? Old BMW there, look, see? Pleasure boat going out there, see him? I've walked along here so many times. Oh, look at this. Hey, people in the sea there, look. Yeah, I'll show you in a minute, look, you'll see them a bit better. See them? There? They're way out, but it's not deep there, look, see, because the the tide's out, so see there, look. Oops. Watch where you're going, you fool. I love Odeon. It always looks so clean, you know. I don't know what it is. They just, well, just to be fair, the French do. You know, I got to hand it to them. The country's lovely and clean, you know. Even the sea looks clean, eh? You know, it's just nice. That place there, what a place to live. See that place there, look. Eh? I could live, do you know what? Eh? How nice is that? This island always gets me here. Where the hell do they think anyone's going to come from or go to? Eh? If you turn right, you're in the sea, well, estuary, port. If you turn left, you hit a flaming wall. You can only go straight on. So I've never quite understood. I'm quite shocked because it's quiet-ish, you know. There's not that many cars around, look, really. Huh? Crazy or what? I see an English reg staying at the hotel, eh? You have to be a bit okay Irish to stay there, what? Eh? Not like me, slumming in a tent. Yeah, but surprisingly quiet, look. Shall I wave? Hello? No? I'll wave if you like. I don't think she was taking me, do you? There was no thought of, oh, there's a biker here, let's get him on film. The ice cream place is shut as well, look. Hey? This is the time I should bring the wife down for an ice cream. Should we go for an ice cream, love? Oh, look. It's shut. Hey, oh dear. Oh, this bike and it's jumping. Look at it. Hey? That one's open. Now I like that one better, see? I do actually. Right. I think what we're going to do is, look, we're going to go up here. We're going to go up here. And we're going to stop by the estuary. And that's when I'm going to finish the video, I think, yeah. They're going to pull in here and have a nice view over there. What a nice place to say bye-bye, eh? We should even get a bit of space. Well, this ain't too bad, is it? Ooh, bit of a slide there on the old gravel. Well, there you go, eh? How do you think to that one then, huh? What a beautiful view, eh? What a beautiful view. I used to have I think I've told you this many a times before. I used to have a boat which I used to keep here. I used to keep it across there. And look at the old wrecks across there. Them are the old prawn ones, I think. The old shrimping boats, just dumped. Yep. Anyway, and that there, look, Aqua Show. If you're ever in Odeon, worth a visit. Anyway, right, okay. So, if you like this, what's the time now? It's nearly 3:15. So yeah, I've had a nice ride, and it's still 25 degrees. Oh, 24 degrees. But yeah, hey ho, all roughly the same. Right, if you've liked this. and you want to give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate that. I really would. And if you're subscribing or thinking of subscribing to me, that would be even better. Like I say, it costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe, but it helps me out, you know. Oh, there was a great big fish just jumped there. I missed it. I say I missed it. I just saw the silver. Huge it was. Well, when I say huge, you know, we're not talking jaws, you know, but yeah, you get the gist of what I'm saying. Anyway, yeah, back to reality. Yeah, it helps me if you subscribe. It helps build the channel, and you know, that's one thing that I'd like to do, make an old man happy. Right, okay, so on that note, I'm going to go. I hope you, whatever you've done today, whether you're biking or building or just out and about or doing whatever it is that you like doing, I hope you've had a fantastic weekend. I hope your weather's as good as this. I really, really do. I'll be back tomorrow on the chalet, I would think, so if you're interested in that, there'll be another video tomorrow. And yeah, that's it really. So thank you very, very much for watching me. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next video. You take care of yourselves, and bye for now.